Hello, everybody. This is Tony Blazier again. I am selling another one of my magazine. Actually, this case is a calendar that I have a duplicate of. This one's for 1985. Dirt Bike Magazine used to do these calendars every year. Love these things. Wish they still did it. There's some great photographs in here. On the cover, you got Ricky Johnson. Looks like maybe David Bailey and his uh, dad Gary. Looks like on their Hondas there. On the inside cover here, you have Danny Cantalupi on the YZ. In February, you have the USGP at Carlsbad. Looks like maybe Magoo getting ready to take a spill. I think that's Brock Glover, and the lead's always hard to tell because they're not running their normal numbers. They're running numbers scored in the GPs there. So cool photo, though. Maybe 84. I got a photo of Jeff Ward here on his factory Kawasaki. I like that. Really cool photos. Looks like he's quite at speed there. There's a nice blur on the photo. Got some sidecar motocross. It's weird. These old magazines and old calendar stuff, there's always sidecar in there. I don't know why sidecar was a really popular thing at some point. I have literally never watched a sidecar race. I guess it's interesting for the carnival portion of it, but doesn't really, I can't imagine they're doing any triples on that. Let's just say that. Here's a photo from Unadilla. Looks like that's Bob Hanna and maybe, I don't know if that's Barnett or perhaps Ross Patterson. I'm not sure. Team Tam over there. Very cool photograph. You have a picture here for June of the ATC 250R, one of the coolest looking ATVs of all time. I always thought these guys that race these things in the desert were absolute nuts. It's one thing to take it on a motocross track, but to go warp factor 9 across the desert on a three-wheeler is a whole new level of insanity, in my opinion. This one here is a picture from, I don't know what race that is, actually. Something in the Grand Prix. Looks like it's, maybe the Motocross Destination. Maybe that's, maybe, might be Jeff Ward, maybe at the top. I'm not sure, but clearly it's an international race. You have a picture here from the 84 500 shootout in Dirt Bike Magazine. I have the shootout, the Mighty 490, and that's the infamous 84 CR 500. Here in September, we have a nice photograph of Mark Barnett. This one here is maybe Danny Laporte. Yeah, Dan Laporte on the Yamaha. This is an 84 Yamaha, but of course he's racing in Europe at the time. This is maybe at Paris or someplace. And the European ones were white and red long before we got them in 85. Yeah, okay, so this is probably from the same race as earlier. That's Brock Glover, actually, number 3. So it's probably the start of that Motocross Des Nations event earlier. This one is a photograph from Motocross Magazine, which was a kind of a subsidiary of Motocross Action and what have you there for a few years. Good magazine. Another one of these magazines that went under, though, unfortunately. And then I think he's going to be testing the CR250 in this photo. And then here you have a couple of crash and burn photos in the back. A couple more crash and burns. And then more crash and burns. Something telling you to subscribe to Motocross Action and subscribe to Dirt Bike. Not a whole lot here, but there are some cool photos. Definitely a neat little piece of memorabilia from the late 80s. If you'd like to check it out, it will be for sale right now on my eBay store.